Hi, I'm Tori Lee and this is Honor. Horses they're honest and they can't lie. It's taught me a lot about myself, but also about understanding other people.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do here, I noticed.
It's a lot about relationship. Like, I don't want my horse to be a robot. I still want them to have an opinion and be able to express themselves. The principles that I use with the horses, they're the same principles that everyone wants people to interact with them. I don't know anyone who doesn't want sort of open and two-way communication and helping each other become better people. They're a great mirror, a great reflection of where you're at. The principles of horsemanship are essential, but then learning how to put them to a purpose. What I've learned through becoming partner with the horse, it applies to God in a lot of ways. It's helped me to understand how much God wants me to be just like I want the horse to be. So a willing, cooperative partner, and yet he doesn't want to force or control me. Horses are naturally prey animal and humans are naturally predator. So they're like the ultimate mismatch, basically. Prey animals in a herd, they naturally look for somebody to follow, somebody to lead them. Humans, we usually like to be in control. The only problem is that humans use force, fear and intimidation to gain control. Horses, on the other hand, they look for trust, respect and rapport within their herd, and that's how they get leadership. If pressure's in your life, it's something that you react to or respond to. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good, and it's the same with horses. You put pressure on them in different ways. Sometimes it's through rhythm, sometimes it's through steady pressure, and they have a choice of whether to move away from that or to push into that. Their natural reaction as a prey animal is to push into it or fight it, or on the other hand run away from it. And as humans we do the same. When God allows pressure in our lives, we either fight it or try and run away from it. But as soon as we move towards God and trust that process, that He's got it under control and He knows what He's doing, that pressure releases, even if the circumstance hasn't changed. God allows circumstances in life because, you know, the saying life happens. Well, yeah, it does. God allows it, but we get to choose, do we want to respond or do we want to react? The response is a thought about process. It's not something that just happens, whereas a reaction is more of something that's spontaneous and you kind of go, I don't know, just kind of ended up here. But yeah, the circumstances in our life God allows to cause us to either move closer to Him or choose to move away from Him. When we move closer to Him, those circumstances become tolerable or easier because God gives us the strength to work through it. But if we move away from them, then usually harder things come up. When I do a demo, the goal is to show the partnership that's created between me and my horse, and I don't really have much control of what that actually ends up looking like, because every time I ask the horse a question by applying pressure, they get to choose how they respond to it. Sometimes I can ask the same question, but they will respond differently than they did the last time I asked that question. And so my goal through doing a demonstration or riding and having people watch, or me playing with my horses, is it shows that it's that open and honest two-way communication. I'm the instigator, but then they get to choose how they respond to that. It just comes naturally. It's not something that you can force or create. Anybody could ride a horse, but not everyone can understand a horse and communicate with them in a way that makes sense to the horse and that the horse actually wants to be ridden. A lot of people will hop on and kick to go, pull to stop, and yank the reins left or right to turn, but a horse needs someone who has got feel and timing and understands why they might not respond immediately, or it takes a lot more than just jumping on a horse and sitting there. So just like anybody can ride a horse, anybody can say that they're a Christian or say they have a relationship with God, but it's not until you see them on a horse that you actually go, you know nothing about the horse. Because if the person knows about the horse and knows how they think, act and feel, then they won't be pulling and kicking and yanking. They'll be doing it with a lot more feel and heart. Often you see this in people. They say, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but then you look at how they go about living their life and you wonder, if God was right here beside you, would you be doing that? So my goal through coming and playing with my horse as a demo for you is to show the living parable of God and us having a relationship, through me and my horse having a relationship, and that interaction that we have together, that communication and that partnership that you see is something that God wants to have with us. He doesn't want us to be like little robots and just do what He says. Just like I don't want my horse to only do what I say, but I want them to express who they are and have an opinion. My goal is to show you, through me and my horse working together as a partnership, that these principles apply to your life, and it gives you a very clear picture of how to put them into practice.
For more information or to book now, contact Tori on 022 020 6840 or email Tori Lee Equestrian @outlook.co.nz.